Well, I'll just give Romaine, go ahead and tell your story.
Right, so I've been taking clean slates since the end of August. I have had chronic fatigue for at least the last 15 years, and nobody in the British Health Service was able to help me. I kept going to doctors. I kept telling me there was nothing wrong with me. I'm a recovering alcoholic. I haven't drunk for over 24 years, but they kept trying to push me into taking antidepressants because they said it was all to do with depression. I'm going, no, it's not depression. I'm sort of a bit down because I'm always so tired. I could not seem to function. And eventually 3 years ago, I went to Germany and I got fully diagnosed with Lyme and Epstein-Barr virus. And at that point, I was at stage 4. And I went back to my doctor and I said, look, I have Lyme disease. Look, here are my heavy metals. Here are all my results. And all my doctor told me to do was to go and take more antibiotics. And so I started a journey of alternative health practitioners, and I tried all sorts of things. I've tried taking carnosine to boost my mitochondria. I've done so many detoxes I can't even begin to tell you. I was terribly overweight, so my average day would be I'd wake up, take my dog for a walk, go back to bed for 2 hours, try and get up and clean my kitchen and cook, and then I have to go to bed all up and try and take my dog for a second walk. And I was just sleeping all day, every day, and I could barely, even my house was a complete tip and I could barely function. But I'm always trying to find the solution, because so I'd cut out sugar, I changed my diet, I tried to juice, I tried everything. I tried this thing called there's a machine we have over here. I'm up in Scotland, and it's called an Andy, and it's great because it zaps things like your bacteria and your viruses. But even that didn't really do the trick. And then suddenly last August, one of my practitioners said, have you ever tried Clean Slate? And we're all on it, and we're all losing weight, and we all feel great. So I thought I'd give it a go. And within 3 weeks, I began to feel better. Within 3 weeks, I suddenly I wasn't sleeping 18 hours a day and still feeling shattered. I was leaping out of bed in the morning and starting to feel better. My head, which had been foggy, all I kept saying to my health practitioners was, my head, you don't understand, my head just feels like it's full of gunk and it's foggy and I can't read anything, I can't work, I can't function. And suddenly my head started clearing up. And then I introduced Zero In 3 weeks after I started on the Clean Slate, and I was on a 1 drop the first week, 2 drops twice a day on the second week, and I just kept building it up. And then I started with a Zero In, and I sort of went into turbo drive. I bought a house up in Scotland last year, and I moved up here at the end of October, and I pretty much packed the whole house up with effortlessly. I was just doing boxes, I was organizing stuff, I was walking the dog, and suddenly my energy just started picking up, and and it's maintained that. It's just maintained that. Normally this time of year, I go into a slump. I've always had very bad seasonal affective disorder, and we don't get a huge amount of sun over here. But this time, I'm still waking up clear-headed. I go for a walk on the beach, crack of dawn. I'm writing children's books. I came up with a whole series of kids' books at some point, and I'm writing those like I've never written them before. They're much better. They're much funnier. And my weight's fallen off. I've lost about 20 pounds since August, and it's still coming off. My skin is better. And it's definitely the Clean Slate, because that's the only thing I ever did. It was different. And I now send it to people. I send Clean Slate to a load of people all over the world. I've got half my bloody family on it. My dog takes it in the morning. I give her a drop, and she's never been perkier. I don't know what else to say. I've tried so many different things. I have spent a huge amount of money trying to get my health right. I've been told over and over again that there was something wrong with my head, that I was a depressive, that it was because I hadn't addressed my childhood trauma issues, and none of that's helped, as the way that Clean Slate has. And I'm looking forward to trying all the other products too. But yeah, I'm not sure what else I can say really. Apart from I mean, I was on antibiotics at 6 weeks old. My nanny put them on me because I was so ill. I've had so many sort of pills as a kid. I had glue ear, I had grommets. I was always ill all the time. And now I'm not. So there you go. Yeah. I think I'll leave it there.
Super. Thank you so much for that testimonial, Romy. Clayton, did you want to say anything?
I think I'm like everyone else. I'm kind of speechless. Yeah. So Romaine, thank you, and
my pleasure.
Keep going. I can't wait to hear more puppy testimonials too, because that's the fun part, is when you get to see the animals respond to it. It's so great. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Okay.